Hello everybody and welcome to Vadnais Heights, Minnesota as we get set for the final game of the evening on this rink at the 2020 Tradition Company's NIT Tournament. Hello everybody, I am Joey Wright, and coming up next, a good one in store for you. We will have MSP Red and Team Colorado U16. MSP Red and Team Colorado U16 coming up for you on rink number 1 at the Sports Garden in Vadnais Heights. Just a quick second here as we try to shore something up, but a good one in store for you here, folks. The MSP teams have been so good throughout this tournament. They have a Team Colorado squad ahead of them here that they are hungry. They are ready to compete. They're in all the way from Colorado, and they're a pretty good team as well. So I'm excited to see how this transpires. MSP Red, of course, in the red, and Team Colorado will be in the blue, so we've even got a nice uniform matchup in front of us here in this one. And we are just about ready to drop the puck. MSP out on the ice, and Colorado coming out to join them. Glad you're with us. I'm Joey Wright. 45 minutes of hockey coming up. And the faceoff is won by MSP. So MSP advancing it here. Carolyn Sachevich. And Colorado already playing defense here. Good opportunity for MSP right out of the gates. 20 seconds in, and now Colorado's offense trying to set something up for the first time. Katie Johnson. Or, pardon me, Anika Pulaski identified Katie Johnson. That's actually Emily Jerry, who we'll see a lot of here today. Desmond also. Keep an eye on her. Riley Desmond, 17 in blue. As both of these teams look for the early edge. 14 minutes to go. One gone by. Glad to have you with us as we work the opening period. So 13:50 here to play, and MSP has it in the offensive zone. Now brought back into the neutral zone across the blue line. MSP, Lainey DeFries brings it ahead, shovels to Lucy Bond. Bond, as we pan over, you can see her, and the pass back to Ellie Sauer. Or Sauer, pardon me. And again, apologies for any mispronunciations on the names. Kaylin Mumm fires one in. As Colorado sends it back. Adams for Colorado giving chase. Lainey DeFries, 2-on-2. 2 in red and 2 in blue. Poked back by Colorado. Carter sends it into the offensive zone of Colorado and lips around the board there, falls to the ice. MSP working it along. Both teams have done a good job of forcing some opportunities here early on. And the late game here, these teams have already played today. You want to go out and get it. Now Colorado bringing it up. Johnson, that is Katie Johnson, working it down low. Gerke giving chase. It's going to go between Gerke's skates, I think, and up and back into the offensive zone of MSP. Can they win the race there? And ping-ponged along in the neutral zone. Neither team able to establish possession. It's finally gloved down by Ellie Serauer, and she'll glide inside. Can't quite get it to go. Here's a shot, and a blazing shot from Grace McCoshen. Found more player than it did goal. And the clock stops with 11-13. Okay. Colorado. Good work in the net from Colorado. So as I said, both teams still working early on, Colorado and MSP. MSP, of course, local here in the Twin Cities area. Minneapolis, St. Paul. A lot of local kids on the ice. Colorado, quite the journey they've made. Teams from all around the country here at the Tradition NIT tournament. Colorado, California. Teams from Michigan, all sorts of places around the United States. Whistle dead, as I think the net came off its moorings. It did. Sharp-looking uniform matchup here in front of us. Colorado in the blue and MSP red in the red. A little bit of a Blackhawks influence, I think, when I look at the MSP uniforms. Team Colorado, I don't know what they're patterned off of any NHL uniform, and not every team here is, of course. Our NHL team, 9:30. And MSP forcing some great opportunities here in the early going. Neither side has scored yet, 9:30 to play. Actually more like 9:20 now as the clock continues to tick. MSP red. Floating it in is Emma Hohen. And Hohen did her best there. It's a goal for MSP. Pardon me. I did not think that had gone in, but it's Emma Hohen putting MSP red on the board. 9:05 to play in the first, so they're off to a hot start. And with 8:50 in the first, we'll see if they can add to it. It's always nice to strike first. MSP has done that here in this one. Gerke catches the lead pass with her stick for Colorado. And let's see. Surrenders the puck. Adams is down there for Colorado, and Gerke will pass it, and the attackers in blue are going to need to come up with a strategy here. MSP, you know, in talking with people from around the nation that are here this week, you know, you look at the MSP teams, they're so skilled. They may not always be the most athletic players on the ice or what have you, but fundamentally strong and super skilled. So Colorado is going to need to plan around that. As Colorado brings it ahead, Johnson gives chase. Johnson, 22 in blue. Puck protected well by Lily Mortensen. And here's a look at the goal. Grace Schuck couldn't quite tap it in. 7:15 to go. We are over halfway through this first period of play. Going to be about a 10-minute break between the first and second period for ice maintenance, ice making. They'll come out and touch the ice up for the rest of the game, and then we will be good to go. And that's rooted away from Lily Mortensen. Physical game we have in front of us here as Gary brings it up. And a potential look at the net. Is it in? It is! Colorado answers. Colorado answers Alexis Poppleton. And Team Colorado U16 has answered the call. 1-1 with 6:45 to play. So we've got a game on our hands here, folks, as we'll have a face-off. And it is won by Colorado. Komrovsky gives chase to it. Still loose in front of the net there. Dangerous opportunity. And gloved and saved. Solid work in the net early on from Riley Disner. Goaltender for Colorado to start with here. .628 and the face-off. Colorado has it. Colorado and MSP Red locked in a good one. Behind the MSP Red net, nearly a chance out front. But they are forced to retreat with the puck, our MSP. And Tia Rice. And a glove save. Nice look at the net from Tia Rice. But a better save in the net from Disner. 5:36 to go, first period. Glad you're with us. Continued coverage of the 2020 Tradition Companies NIT Tournament. Whistle dead as they worked it in front of the scoring area, and we will have a penalty. First penalty of the game that we have seen, and that is going to go against Emma Hohen. 5:29 to play here. Face-off coming. Gerke in blue against pardon me, she was going against Lucy Bond. They work it through the neutral zone, and Colorado moves it into enemy territory. Gerke. Gloved and saved. Danielle Strom in the net for MSP Red. We saw MSP Red earlier. Played well. Minute 36 on the penalty, and I forgot to mention that is Emma Hohen in the box. I did mention that, I believe. As it's worked along the near boards, right in front of the MSP Red bench. brought in. And a chance for Colorado here, working the near side, and that's shot back. That might be an icing. Tapped by Disner. Will keep it going. Minute left in the power play. 4.5 minutes left in the period. Sent back. And through. And let's see what Colorado can do if they can start an offensive possession. Sailing in is Parencherry. Or Parenchill, pardon me. And I believe I had made that mistake a little bit last night as well. That's Parencherl. A misspelling had caused that confusion, but that is Parencherl. So going back to last night, apologies for the error. And if you were with us for Colorado U16, that was on Rink 2 last night. And a pretty good game that was, if I recall correctly. I've seen a lot of hockey here over the course of the weekend. And this is the nightcap of the second day of the tournament, and we'll have more hockey for you tomorrow, same place, all throughout the morning and afternoon. Tournament concludes tomorrow. Glad you've been with us all week long on our website, YouTube channels. Under the Lights Media Production, glad to have you. 3:20 here. Both teams back at full strength. And gloved by Disner. Face-off call. 3:06 to play, first period. Sent across the ice, MSP working it in front of its own net. MSP sends it neutral zone. Working it along the board, see if they can get it centered up. Trying to, they were looking for Lillian Geist. Didn't quite have it. And a great job there on the part of Colorado to poke it away. Kinsler, I believe that was, delivered the blow to the scoring chances, that is, of MSP. The puck was loose right in front of the net, and she was able to get in there and just poke it away and advance it up a little bit. And MSP works an offensive zone. Poked away by Passwaters. Passwaters works it towards the goal of favor for the Rockies, if you will. And that's off the boards behind the net. MSP with some good opportunities here in the last couple of minutes. They've got it. They've got it sent in from the wing there, now back out. And we'll see if they can reset the offense. Kicked in here, good chance down low. They're going to go around the net. And that was cut off. Now it's sent in and buried. What a goal. Number 8 in red, Lucy Bond. Got the pass, had a window, and hammered it in. And MSP leads it 2-1. These teams from Minneapolis, St. Paul, they are a tough out on home ice. And this rink, the home of White Bear Lake hockey at the high school level here locally. And these players from around the area. .105 and ticking. MSP looking for another opportunity. Would have had one there. And it's whistled a stoppage. Komrovsky was on the ice in front of the net, and that had screened, looked like it had screened Disner such that if the puck had been in a different position, more towards the, if you were to divide the ice in two vertically, if it had been on the left from this perspective of that line, they might have had a clean look at it, but obviously won't always fall that way. 45 seconds left. And 5-hole covered nicely. Grace McCoshen. Clock stops with 41.9, call it 42 seconds left. MSP is your leader, 2-1. Komrovsky battling it out with Mackenzie Moss. So they go for the puck, and that is sent up but intercepted by Red in the process, and they'll dump it back in now behind the net. It would be a good opportunity here. Sent back and fired along the boards. 15 seconds left, period one. Should be about a 10-minute break for ice maintenance between these two periods, and then we'll get you back for uninterrupted coverage through the third period. 5 seconds left, call it 4, and Colorado will look to just dump it ahead. Buzzer sounds, and that is your first period, 2-1 favoring MSP Red. Come back to the second period and the end of a power play. Colorado with an advantage right now, 5-4, but not in the scoring column. It's 2-1 favoring MSP Red. Take a quick break for ice maintenance. You'll get to see the Zamboni drive across the screen, but I'll take a break and rejoin you for the action. Should be about 10 minutes. You're watching the 2020 Tradition Companies NIT Tournament. Stay with us. And we're back. Vadnais Heights, Minnesota. The TCO Sports Garden set and ready for the second and third periods of this matchup. Colorado, I should say, U16. Team Colorado U16 and MSP Red going at it in the final game of day 2, on this rink anyways, of the 2020 Tradition NIT tournament. Still a game going on rink 1, and that game dropped the puck at 8:30, so just about 10 minutes ago. I know Fogarty, the rink in Blaine, Minnesota, has a game going on. It started at 8:25. But on this rink, the main rink here at the TCO Sports Garden, this is it for the evening. And what a game we have. Colorado wins the tip. They, or the face-off, I should say, pardon me. That is probably the 5th time today, if not more, that I have made that error. We move on. Basketball on the mind. As I was saying, the face-off went to Colorado, and they trail by 1. We've got a good game. It's 2-1. Both teams have had good opportunities. MSP's just had a little bit more success. 20 seconds left in the power play that I mentioned before we went to break. It's Lily Mortensen set to come out of the box in 10 seconds. So there will be just under 14 to play in P2 when she gets out. And Poppleton, 29 in blue, shovels it in. And a good look for Gerke, just wide. Had a little too much on it. I actually think that it was deflected away, so a good save in the net from Straub. Danielle Straub in the net for MSP. 13:30. And brought in now behind the net, and MSP will work it to the center. Work it to the center. Is that a goal or a save? Held on to by Disner. Good work in the net from Riley Disner. Keeps it a 1-goal game. MSP on the face-off, though. This is a great opportunity for them. Offensive zone. Looking and trying to get it up top. And it's a turnover. Here goes Colorado. They cross the blue line. They go into the zone. Placed behind the net. As we got a couple players hit the deck there. They're back up, no worse for wear. 13 and ticking. Pulaski sending it over to Peterson, I believe that is, in red, and a shot, couple shots, couple looks for MSP, and getting down is Disner. She comes up and makes the save. Face-off, offensive zone for MSP. 12:25 to play in the second. Chugging right along. Sent back, set up for Haley Eikos. Good work from Emma Hohen. And sent back, just slipped across the blue line. Justina Valentini. And Marie Moran. So set back, and MSP launches to go back for an icing. That'll stop the clock with 11:25 to play, second frame. Chilly night outside in Vadnais Heights, Minnesota. And obviously brisk inside as well, as we are in a hockey facility, but still a beautiful night for hockey here. A crisp evening in October, and that is a goal for Colorado. Pardon me, for MSP, and that's going to extend their lead to 2. Finds the back of the net. And MSP leading it by 2 goals now. See if they can build on that, or if Colorado can slice into the lead. 3-1 and 11 minutes left to play. Perrin Cheryl. Now sent back. MSP forced to retreat. Shoveled in. Disner got it out, and that was dangerous. Slid right in front of the goal. A redirect or something would have been disaster for Colorado. Would have made it a 4-1 game. And a deflection there, but Colorado there to make sure that no MSP players were in a position to direct it in. And now MSP steals it. Could be an opportunity here. It's going to be a little bit of a breakaway. Here we go. Shot. Score. MSP. Lily Mortensen. And it's 4-1. Mortensen and Ellie Serauer really instrumental in that goal. And now it's going to be Grace Schuck in the circle going up against Urban. Urban for Colorado. And the team in blue tries to figure it out. Team in red, they are rolling. Trying to look for other ways to just vary it up so I don't have to say Colorado the whole way through. MSP, you've got MSP, Minneapolis St. Paul, red. They battle in front of us. And they send it in from the neutral zone. And a whistle blown. Might have a penalty coming up here. 9:12 to play, second period. Glad you're with us, and we'll see what the call is. No penalty assessed. We will play on. Shots on goal. Scoreboard. You look at that. 27-4 right now. MSP Red really out shooting Colorado by quite a bit. 28-4 now as they update it. And, you know, Colorado's been efficient. 25% success rate on 4 shots, but they need to get a few more shots up and towards the goal. Being outshot by 24 right now. That's really all you can ask for is if you give yourself a chance. And the team that wins the shots on goal category, you know, that's not always your winner, of course, but a little more aggression would probably benefit Colorado right now. 4-1. Clock stuck at 8:54. It's not running. And they'll need to wind the clock here. It's still not going. squad still not winding, and it's always entertaining when this happens at any level of any sport. Whistle blown, and they will stop it. They did wind it. It's at 8:47 now. Was stuck at 8:54 for a little bit. Now down to 8:47. Shots on goal still 29-4, favoring MSP Red. And MSP forces it up. Giving chase is Marie Moran, and a whistle blows. So all told, I think the goaltending from Riley Disner has been pretty good. You know, you look at the 4 goals in the goal column, but that's on 29 shots through a period and less than a half of one. And we can only presume the scoreboard to be accurate, of course, but it still certainly appears as we see MSP move it down the ice. Almost had a shot there. And we'll have a look here. Wide. Good defense from Colorado. It just seems that perception would be reality there. And in any case, down 3 goals, they would need to try something, as they'll make a line change. Johnson, Parancherel, Kinsler, Delic, and Urban on the ice for the blue and red. 8:02 to play, second period, nearing the game's halfway point. We'll be there in 37 seconds. And Urban. Colorado, Delic. And there's a shot turned on goal. Nice save. Another shot, and that's off the iron. MSP's offense really aggressive here early on. That's tipped up. Finds the ice again. Another shot. See if they call that a shot on goal. I'm not sure if Disner was able to get a piece of that. In any case, MSP setting it up again here. MSP down low. And MSP working it behind the net. 7:15. P2. Just past the halfway point in this one, and it's a 4-1 lead for MSP, and Colorado will just send it towards the other side of the ice in an icing call. Expected and called. Give us a brief break with 7:04 left on the board. Joey Wright in with you. Continued coverage of the Tradition NIT tournament here in 2020, split between Fogarty Ice Arena and the TCO Sports Garden in Blaine, Minnesota, and Vadnais Heights, Minnesota, respectively. Good to have you from the Heights. MSP looking at a shot and a score. Ellie Serauer puts MSP ahead 5-1. It is a 4-goal lead. 6:51 to play. And it's what we've talked about at length, not only in this game, but in any game involving a team from these Twin Cities. Now, Minneapolis and St. Paul, they are just such a tough out. They've competed with some of the best teams in the nation, especially looking at the Little Caesars U16 team. It was a draw last night for MSP Gray in that one, and they would have won it if not for a late goal with under 10 seconds left. I think it came in with 7.5 showing on the board from Little Caesars to make it a 3-3 draw. And that Little Caesars team is widely regarded as one of the best in certainly Michigan, and if not the whole region. These MSP teams, no matter who you get, whether it's gray, black, white, or red, they can give anybody a game. And not over for Colorado either. You know, they've found themselves down by 4 goals here, but if they can just get one back, make it a 3-goal game as MSP looks to extend the lead. Pass. Oh, it was a good pass. Pass back and a score. 20 feeds 8. How about that assist? Bella Shipley to Lucy Bond. And it looked like that was going to go over to Shipley for the score, but Shipley shipped it back to Bond. A wonderful goal, and it's given MSP Red a 5-goal advantage with 5:52 to play in this, our second period. Face-off won by MSP. They'll bring it ahead near sideline. .45, and we play on. Working through a bit of a technical hiccup here, folks. Apologies. As we work through a technical difficulty, not on our end, but on a separate rink, folks, we apologize there. Or maybe if you aren't enjoying my commentary, you enjoyed the silence, but we've got you back, 6-1. As we'll mute the mic for a second and come back in a sec. Camera's going to keep moving, though.